What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel, and oh boy, do we have absolutely massive history-making news today, because the Dallas Cowboys have officially pulled off one of the most shocking and powerful moves we've seen in years. A blockbuster trade that brings veteran linebacker Demario Davis to Dallas in a deal that's already sending shockwaves across the NFL. Yes, you heard that right. Demario Davis, one of the most respected and hardest hitting linebackers in the entire league, is on his way to the Dallas Cowboys, and this move could completely reshape the identity of this defense heading into the crucial stretch of the season. We're talking about a player who has built his name on toughness, consistency, leadership, and an incredible football IQ, and now he's going to be wearing that iconic star on his helmet. Let's talk about what this really means, because this is not just another trade. This is a culture-defining, season-altering, potentially legacy-changing move that signals one thing loud and clear. The Cowboys are going all in to win right now. For months, fans and analysts alike have been saying that Dallas needed more physicality, more veteran presence, and more leadership in the heart of that defense, and it looks like the front office finally listened. Demario Davis is exactly the kind of player who can walk into a locker room and command respect immediately. He's been through battles, he's seen playoff wars, he knows what it means to lead by example, and he brings with him not just elite tackling ability, but also a reputation for being one of the smartest, most instinctive linebackers in the game. For the Cowboys, who have struggled at times to stop the run and hold up against power offenses, this move is a godsend. This is the kind of veteran infusion that can take a good defense and make it great, that can give young players someone to model their game after, and that can turn a playoff contender into a legitimate Super Bowl threat. Now, let's rewind for a second, because this deal did not come out of nowhere. Reports started swirling late last night that the Cowboys were exploring potential veteran additions before the trade deadline, with the front office quietly reaching out to teams about linebackers who could fit their system. Then suddenly, whispers turned into reality as word broke that the Saints were willing to move Davis under the right circumstances. The Cowboys front office, led by Jerry Jones and Will McClay, apparently didn't hesitate. They saw a chance to fill one of their most pressing needs with a proven leader who could immediately elevate the defensive unit, and they made the call. The trade details are still being finalized, but from what insiders are saying, Dallas sent a mid-round draft pick and possibly a conditional late rounder in exchange for Davis, which honestly feels like an absolute steal when you consider what he brings to the table. This isn't just a name for headlines, this is production, leadership, and experience all in one. So Demario Davis is coming off multiple seasons of over 100 tackles, consistent playmaking ability, and a career full of impact moments where he's been the difference between winning and losing. He's been one of those players who always seems to be around the ball, a true field general who not only makes plays but helps others make them too. In an era where linebackers are asked to be fast, smart, and versatile, Davis fits the bill perfectly. Even at his age, he's shown no signs of slowing down. He's known for his off-season conditioning, his film study habits, and his relentless work ethic. The Cowboys' defense is getting more than a linebacker. They're getting a mentor, a motivator, and a man who raises the standard of everyone around him. For Cowboys fans, this should be a moment of excitement and optimism. You can feel that this move is a statement. The front office is telling the players, the fans, and the entire league that they believe this team's window to win is open right now. Not next year, not down the road, but today. This is about being aggressive, about taking control of destiny instead of waiting for it. Think about what this means for players like Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch when healthy, and the rest of that defensive core. Having a player like Demario Davis next to them changes everything. Parsons, who already plays like a superstar, now has a veteran voice to lean on in the film room and on the field. Younger linebackers will get to watch firsthand how Davis diagnoses plays, how he communicates pre-snap adjustments, how he holds himself accountable for every rep. This move injects veteran experience into a defense that has been high on talent but still searching for that vocal, emotional leader in the middle. You can already imagine how different the Cowboys' defensive huddle will sound when Davis is out there calling plays. He's known across the league for his booming voice, his presence, and his ability to unify a group under pressure. And when you combine that with Dan Quinn's defensive system, which thrives on versatility and communication, and it's easy to see how this could become one of the most dangerous units in the NFL down the stretch. Dallas fans have been begging for years for that one extra piece, that final puzzle element that could push them over the top. Maybe, just maybe, this is it. Now, of course, with every big move, there are questions and risks, and it's fair to ask them. Davis isn't a young rookie. He's a seasoned veteran with plenty of mileage. But the flip side of that is experience, and in the NFL, experience wins games. Sure, there's always the chance that age catches up or that injuries become a factor. But when you watch Demario Davis play, you don't see a player on the decline. You see a player who's found ways to adapt, to evolve, and to stay relevant in a league that constantly changes. He's still fast enough to chase down running backs, still strong enough to take on guards in the trenches, and still smart enough to sniff out screens and misdirections before they develop. He's the kind of player you want on your side when you're facing a team like the Eagles, who pound the rock with a relentless rushing attack, or the 49ers, who scheme every run perfectly. Davis brings that football IQ that can neutralize those kinds of offenses. He'll recognize tendencies, anticipate motion, and make calls that can prevent big plays before they happen. That's what veteran linebackers do. They play chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So while there may be short-term risks in giving up picks or adjusting the salary cap, the potential reward here is enormous. If Davis can stabilize this defense and make it more disciplined, more consistent, and more confident, then this could go down as one of the smartest trades Dallas has made in years. So the big question now, how far can this take them? Can the Cowboys ride this momentum to an NFC East title, a playoff run, maybe even the Super Bowl? Time will tell, but one thing's certain, they've made their intentions clear. They're not settling for good enough. They're swinging for greatness. Demario Davis in a Cowboys jersey is more than just a headline. It's a symbol of belief. Belief that this roster can win. Belief that the time is now. And belief that the Dallas Cowboys can reclaim their rightful place at the top of the NFL mountain. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your thoughts down below. Do you think this was the right move? Do you think Davis is the missing piece? How do you feel about the Cowboys' chances now that this deal is in the books? Now let's talk about it in the comments, because this is one of those moments we'll be looking back on months from now, either as the spark that lit the fire or the risk that didn't quite pan out. But for now, excitement is high, hope is alive, and the Dallas Cowboys have just made a massive statement to the entire NFL. Thanks for watching, Cowboys Nation, and as always, keep the faith, stay loud, and let's ride. Go Cowboys!